Jesus Christ, what did I buy? Listen, I swear to God, I did not know that many toys of Astrotrain would come out the day after I got this. This is the Thursday before many toys of Astrotrain. I didn't know. I thought I pre-ordered this thing. I was expecting to come, like, in a few months. And yet, here I am with the single Astrotrain I wanted more than any other. For anyone who does not know, FansHobby has done their own version of a masterpiece Armada Jetfire. The reason I got this is because one of my holy grails, one of my most wanted toys ever, is the TFCC Astrotrain, Shattered Glass Astrotrain, that was made using Armada Jetfire as the body. In my opinion, that is the best Astrotrain design. It's the single Astrotrain I wanted the most. It's also insanely expensive. So I jumped at the opportunity to pre-order this because it was a limited release. I think there's only going to be 400 of these things made. And I was thinking, hey, that'll come like around maybe, I don't know, summer. And now it's here. Now it's here. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I do want to say this. FansHobby has always treated me well. I'm not sponsored. Not sponsored. But I bought some of their toys before. I always enjoy them. I like them for what they do. And I also want to say this box is beautiful. It's great. It reminds me so much of what you used to see from Takara Tomy, especially from the Armada and Energon days. So you got Astro Flame, Master Builder Series. Master Builder Series to offer transforming robots fans long-waiting characters with new concept interpretation. Also bring collectible figures, a new extended dimension. That, I'm not saying ChatGPT wrote it. What I am saying is that does not sound all that swell in terms of, like, if I were an English teacher, I'd say, like, reword that a little bit. Multi-modes, mini-robot included, space shuttle mode, robot mode, combined mode with MB-22C, which I don't own. I don't own their naval commander, their Armada Optimus. Here's the side art, looks great. Here's the back, looks very good. It shows that it can combine with their Overload and their Optimus. Don't own either of them. Shuttle mode looks great. Robot mode. You can get light-up weapons. I don't have any batteries, I don't think. And also, the Siege Micromasters can connect to this guy, which is a nice touch. And then same picture here on the side. Really cool picture here on the bottom. And then, boop, shuttle on the top with the minicon. So, I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and we're going to get our first impressions. Jesus Christ, just look at that shuttle mode. That's beautiful. Like, the colors are great. I love the scraping where it's clear that this guy's gone in and out of orbit. It's a very subtle paint wash they have with the gray streaks throughout, but the overall colors are just magnificent. Good weighty thing as well. Massive in hand. Absolutely gigantic. I love this tech detail on the wings. You got the red thrusters back here. It's always a thing where I think it's fun how, at least in the early days, TFCC would look at something and see how you could get a character out of it. Towards the end of the BotCon era with FunPub, the repaints just became god-awful. Like we got Tarantulas out of Rook. Doesn't work. And yet, there was a time in which they found these great uses that you wouldn't think. Like, I would never have looked at Armada Jetfire's Shuttle and thought, that looks just like Astrotrain's Shuttle. But you put the colors on it, it works. It really does. Now, I will say this. On the proper TFCC guy, there's a massive Decepticon logo that goes right there. And I think it brings the entire thing together. Obviously, third party, we don't get that here. But I still really like the deco choice, especially this added gold. It just looks good. It looks right. Now, I think that this guy has so much visual appeal. But he also has some playability features. Now, of course, if you're like me, a man-child, you can always just go, whoo, fa, fa, fa. But you can also get this guy landing gear. So, you have this shield. This is actually something that the original Jetfire could also do. But the shield has wheels. And the reason for that is because if you flip the shield around, like so, you're going to get the back half of the landing gear. There's little nubbins right here. And it's going to go straight into what's going to be his kneecaps later on. So we're just going to slide that in right there. Oop, there we go. It takes just a little bit of pushing. And now we're going to get his little minicon out. And the minicon is nice and simple. You're going to take the solar plates there, and we're just putting them in to these gold circles here. That looks like it should be aligned already. It is. Oop. Well, I guess I didn't snap that in just enough. Let me get that again. There we go. Oop. There we go. And now, ba-boom, Astrotrain is on wheels. He's able to roll around a little bit. Not much. Not much. Definitely more for show, maybe, than anything else. At the same time, maybe I'm just not snapping it together as well as I could. The plastic feels great, but I'm always paranoid about third party, you know? FansHobby always make very durable figures, at least the ones I've messed with. Even still, I spent a good amount of money on this, and this guy's not staying in shuttle mode, so if I can't get a really good looking, what's what I'm looking for, takeoff thing going, that's fine. I know I can do it. Let's just get this guy to robot mode where I feel safer. Before we transform him, I do want to look at his little minicon partner. I don't remember what Astrotrain's minicon would be called. I know that he comes with hook, line, and sinker, but that's not any of these guys. I'm going to call him Movor for now. That sounds like a good name for this guy. So, he has a pretty nice looking Mars rover mode, all things considered. Very simple. I even like that they've sculpted in the solar panels up here. And it's a good minicon partner to have. I don't think Jetfire's minicon ever showed up in the anime. He might have, I don't really recall. But definitely a very alien vehicle mode. And in all honesty, it's an even more alien robot mode. I mean, seriously, just look at this dude. Don't get me wrong, I dig this. It's a great little robot design. It's not very transformery. Also, look at that helmet. Call me crazy. The helmet really reminds me of Tom from Toonami. I'm sure that, you know, you put any silver visor on a black helmet, it kind of looks like that. But, like, I dig the head sculpt. I dig the overall character design, too. I love that he has, like, these Wally wheels going on. It kind of reminds me of Ben from Treasure Planet, just a little bit. He has a great looking, like, little kind of grabber hand, and then this over here is his solar panels. I guess that could just be a shield at this point. I'm kind of glad to, like, experience this minicon at long last, because I have an Armada Jetfire who doesn't have his minicon anymore. And it is a really cool design. I'm always a sucker for a lot of these minicon looks because they just got weird and freaky. This feels like something I should point out. So you are able to load the Jetfire shuttle onto Overload's vehicle mode. I don't have the Overload for this guy, and he wouldn't work on my original Overload. I also don't have the Naval Commander, so I can't show you that. I'm afraid that this whole review is just going to be Astrotrain as a boy in his own right. Just know that you got a lot of options. If you get all three of them, you can get one of the best Super Optimus modes ever made. But I think this guy is cool enough even without all those extra bits. Now, let's check out that robot mode. Hey guys, I want to show this. Keep in mind, I don't usually show transformations just because that's not my style. But be very careful here. With these doors, there's a double hinge, and it's very stiff. And the directions, it makes it seem like you just gotta pull up. No. Coax these guys out just a little bit. Like that. Because if you pull straight up, there's a good chance that you could break those double hinges in there. Just be aware. It's not a design defect. I just feel like the directions, even though they're very good for the most part, really mislead you there. Hey, still in the middle of transformation, but this piece really scared me. So I just want to show it to you guys so you can know that this is how it's supposed to work. So right now I'm on step 71, and what you're supposed to do is get this head right there. And the way you have to do it, and I thought I was going to break it, is you just got to shove. Now it's going for me really well now because I did it a couple times, but the first time I did it, I honestly thought I snapped something. I'm not big on that. You can see, like, right through here, there's a lot of part spaghetti going on. It's not as bad as some third-party stuff. Like, it's definitely not like Fans Toys level, but there's been a few parts of this transformation where it's a bit of a white-knuckle ride. It's not that the pieces or the plastic is bad. It's entirely, that's a lot of tiny moving pieces, and there's only so durable those things can be. I mean, there it is. My dream Astrotrain. You know, sometimes you get a dream figure, and it's even better than you expected. This Astrotrain, it's, I mean, it's good. I do enjoy it, but it's funny. A lot of the problems I have with the original Jetfire mold are still here. Let's go over the positive first. Beautiful head sculpt. One of my favorite Astrotrain head sculpts I've ever seen. Exactly like the TFCC head sculpt, or at least what they were trying to do. Granted, when TFCC did it, he looked a little bit more like a blow-up doll, so at least here he has a little bit more of a pouty lip kind of thing going. You know, he seems like a pretty boy Astrotrain. Another great thing, size. Here is Studio Series Gamer Edition Starscream. You can see, positively gigantic. And on top of that, aesthetics. Look at how good he looks with a War for Cybertron figure. Like, aside from the face not being that detailed, I'd honestly say, like, they kind of go together. Or, I got my Hinke Astrotrain here. He kind of goes with classics, too. And, of course, it was meant to be Shattered Glass Astrotrain, so he could go with your Shattered Glass collection. This Astrotrain could be at home in so many different shelves. Articulation's also really nice. You have a great ball joint at the head, get a little bit of emotion in there. You have a universal here at the shoulder, as well as up and down on a separate ratchet joint. You got an upper arm cut, you have a good elbow joint. Down here on the wrist, you got back and forth, side to side, as well as an opening thing here. Does he have a separate... No, he does not have a separate trigger finger. No waist joint. We're also going to talk about that chest in just a sec. But universal at the hip, that's impaired very much by his kibble. He also can't go forward that much because of his beer gut. He has a really nice knee, though. Like, it's really well hidden. Check this out, right? Look at the back. That doesn't even look like it could be a knee joint, and yet... That's so smart. Great engineering there. And then down here at the feet, you can go back and forth, side to side. Really nice in terms of the articulation. So, the articulation's solid. I'm sure you noticed this, though. He's a wibbly boy. Looking underneath the armpit here, you can notice we have two separate clusters of kibble just hanging out. They don't lock in anywhere. They're just held there by the friction of their double hinge joints. That also means that you have a lot of part collision. On top of that, inside the torso, you got these pegs here. They're supposed to connect right there. That's supposed to hold the torso together. But because of all that part spaghetti we talked about, all the separate arms, I can't get the torso to collapse the way it's supposed to. And I remember that being an issue people had with the FansHobby Jetfire, the midsection having issues coming together. The toy is really solid, which is why I hate that the one part of it that doesn't feel like it locks in enough is the core of the toy. It's like, you did such a good job with the legs and the arms. Why did the chest have the lack of foresight or the lack of fine-tuning? It's like having incredibly strong side dishes and a very weak entree. That said, I also want to point this out. I love how big Astrotrain is. I want him to be a little bit bigger. You can actually mistransform him. Give him some longer legs. Come on, Astrotrain. There we go. You're not supposed to. They don't look like that. But he does kind of have some extra height on him now. If you need Astrotrain to just be that little bit larger. I'm kind of okay with the height he already had, and you can see he's already trying to sink back in. I'm just going to go ahead and do it for you, bud. But at least there's the option. Oh, God. Yeah, you can see he's having a hard time doing anything right now. I went through the directions, went through videos. I hate that this guy isn't really standing up to play. It's not really what I expect from FansHobby. Usually they're a lot more solid than this. Even if the midsection wasn't a problem, his kibble becomes a major issue. It's hard to move his arms around. He always looks like he's trying to make himself smaller because he doesn't have enough room to really flex anything. At the very least, he comes with some good accessories. He, of course, has his massive blaster. It was the top thruster of the shuttle. You can put that in his hand. Looks very good. We also have that landing gear from earlier, but it can also be a shield. And if you want, he can just hold the shield like so. Oop. Come on. Come on. Hold it. Oh, he has a separate trigger finger on his left hand. That's cool. I didn't realize he had a trigger finger. He does, on his left hand, but not his right. Huh. Astrotrain's a southpaw. Who could have guessed? I like that detail a lot. The shield's kind of weedy. It's hard to get him to actually hold it, because these hands were made for a gun. These hands were made for a gun. I wish he could point with that finger, but he can at the very least have, like, a separate trigger finger on that left hand. Pretty cool. God, come on, dude. I'm trying to give you some credit. Even when I'm trying to praise the toy, he wants to get wibbly on me. Also, I just realized he actually does have a trigger finger on his right hand. I'm sorry, I just can't say the word triggered today. It is on his right hand. It was just very, very stiff on mine. So, hey, found that out. I feel like I'm very lucky. It's very rare for me to get a third-party figure and not be blown away by it. I mean, Lunikite, amazing. I just got Fans Project Smart Robin, their Brainstorm. What a great toy. Like, I don't delve into third party often, but when I do, like I said, I've been lucky. They've been good. And this guy's still good. Is he $150 good? I don't know. I don't really think he is. More than 150. I think he was closer to 170 when all is said and done. I'm still happy to have him because I wanted this design for so long, but I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of thinking that this was gonna be a slam dunk, and instead it's, like, maybe a penalty shot? I really hope that sports analogy works. Here he is alongside my only other FansHobby toy, that being their version of Scourge. I think his name was Arch Enemy. And that's just not fair, man. That's like one of my favorite Masterpiece toys ever, and it's hard for me to believe that that's the same company. This guy is so solid and logical and simple and beautiful. And this guy, I don't know if it's a matter of too ambitious or the design just being funky, but these two are not the same. Just in case anyone's curious about Masterpiece scaling, here he is alongside Masterpiece Soundwave. That's a pretty short Astrotrain, but I guess it works. Here are all three of the Astrotrains I own. He is my favorite one still. I won't take that from him. He is still my favorite one, and he's easily the best looking. You want to take a wild guess as to what I forgot to do? I just realized it too after I was looking at the original Jetfire. Oh. Come on. Come on. Open. There we go. There we go. That does make the chest look a lot better. I can't believe I forgot to do that. I can't believe I forgot. But it's okay. I fixed it now. I'm sure there's already been like 15 people to tell me in the comments. Here he is with some original Armada guys. And real talk, I'm warming up a lot to him. He actually looks great with these. I guess that shows just how well FansHobby captured the aesthetic. That, like, he looks good with the original Armada boys. Now I just gotta wonder one thing. He looks really good with Generations Armada guys. Jesus Christ. I'm warming up so much to him now that he's in a group. That looks really good, actually. The scaling would be terrible for Jetfire, but the reason I like this guy so much is because he was a giant Astrotrain. This is good. This is real good. So what are my final thoughts on this Astrotrain? He has weak points. He has a bunch of weak points. I don't know if the mold has these problems, or is it just more an issue of I can't read the directions well, there's not a lot of guides out there. I'm going to put this more to potential user error, but I would stand by, even if it can click into place better, the design is still very busy. There's still a lot of scary steps to transformation, a lot of places where you might outright think that you're about to break the thing, and the wings do still get in the way. Like, those are all flaws that can't be done away with by user error. At the same time, this is a toy that I've wanted for like nearly 20 years. Or rather, an update to a toy that I wanted for like 20 years. And that original Jetfire toy is also very, very weedy. Great design, but what a weird guy. Very wobbly. When I take all that into account, I do like this Astrotrain. I'd even say I love this Astrotrain. Because it's given me everything I've ever wanted from Astrotrain. I also wouldn't recommend it. maybe if you're a diehard Armada fan, maybe if you can find a way to fix these issues that I'm just missing, the design's still good. It's still worth it in terms of size and complexity and materials used. It's a great feeling, great looking toy. I also think that the price is pretty steep. And there's a lot of third-party companies out there, and a lot of official stuff too. It's the only way to get this Astrotrain for a good price, and for me, that's worth it. But if you're just on the market for a good toy, I don't think this is the one. It's nice. It's unique. Maybe get Arch Enemy instead. Maybe go for that Scourge.